Hello everyone, my name is Stacy Black and I'll be covering Chapter 6, Integrative Approaches to Planting and Implementation. First, we're going to begin with the nature of integration. The concept of integration occurs in many different contexts. In some school settings, it refers to having children of different races or ethnic backgrounds together in the same classrooms. In others, it refers to having boys and girls in the same classroom. And still, others, it may involve having students with different abilities together as an inclusive classroom in which special needs students participate in general education classrooms. In these cases, the notion of mixing together is involved. According to Merrill's first principles of instruction, however, we ought to take the notion of integration with the context of learning and instruction a bit further. Merrill's fifth principle is that learning is promoted or enhanced when new technology is integrated into the learner's world or everyday life. What does integration mean in this context, and how could it be assessed? Clearly, it means more than simply mixing in the new knowledge with what we already know or can do, or mixing together persons with different backgrounds or abilities. A demonstration of skill improved is one measure of effective integration. How much skill improved? For simple procedure skills, improvement could be considered to be complete mastery. That is, a learner could perform the procedure quickly and correctly, even while talking about or doing something else. Another indicator of effective integration is new knowledge would be the ability to modify or adjust that knowledge to satisfy the requirements of a new problem or situation. This kind of indicator, the ability to modify knowledge to solve new problems, will be relevant for more complex procedures and non-concurrent tasks. Most education and training fails to meet Merrill's integration principle. This is not really at all surprising. If one thinks about parallel cases of integration in school, the test of effective integration will be that those involved no longer pay any attention to the race, ethnic group, gender, disability, religion, or other individual difference that was the basis for school integration. In a word, something is well integrated when it is no longer the focus of attention. This notion applies to integration of technology into learning and instruction. One did not focus on the chalk and the blackboard in traditional classrooms. They were there and effectively integrated. When computers and digital projectors were introduced, these technologies were the focus of attention for some time. But when used in classroom these days, they are no longer the focus and can be said that it is well integrated. A systems perspective. It makes some sense to think of the effective integration of technology as an educational goal, more specifically, as an enabling object that supports more effective learning and instruction, in which assessed in part by satisfying Merrill's fifth integration principle. That then serves to facilitate and support effective technology integration that will then enable the kind of knowledge integration that is a strong indicator of effective learning. There is not an easy or short answer to such a complex question. However, developing a system perspective is very likely to be a critical aspect of any answer. A systems perspective is more than simply thinking about all the many interrelated components and aspects of an educational system. A systems perspective is thinking dynamically as well as holistically. The components change over time. The composition of students changes over time. The number and type of special needs students may change in a short period of time, requiring many adjustments within the system. Individual learners' characteristics, such as motivation and prior knowledge, change as well. One aspect of systems perspective is thinking systematically. For example, when introducing an innovative technology, one is well advised to consider the acquisition process, the training process, the maintenance and management process, the evaluation of impact, and the implications for other components of the systems in order to develop and implement adequate technology plans. Being comprehensive in planning is a hallmark of thinking systematically. The second aspect of the system's perspective is thinking about the dynamic relationships that exist within the system. When introducing a new technology, some may feel threatened or anxious about their ability to use the technology. The technology may change job roles or tasks in some individuals. There may be an increase or decrease in demands placed on other system components. There will likely be changes in transitioning to a new technology and disruptions of service when that technology is introduced. Unanticipated changes may also occur when introducing new technology. Be flexible in planning and foreseeing the dynamic effects of introducing a new technology is a hallmark of thinking systematically. Interaction question. What are some interactive approaches of technology that you have implemented in your classroom?